Yo, Bachi 2007 back at you again for Men's Mind State and Cultural Reviews. We're going to take another look at this Mormon dating show, and we did a long deep dive on Riley continuing to try and stand up to respond to these men to gain dates with the men on the other side of the curtain, even after all 10 of them rejected her when she stood up to speak and pitch herself. Yet she still thought she could keep coming back and trying to get with these men when they had already rejected her, and she just couldn't get the picture. We're gonna just narrow it down and give a more concise review here, real quickly. So before we get into it, coming through the door, like, subscribe, and notification bell. It's very important for the channel for us to have some engagement. So definitely, please like now, and we'll get right into the program. So, as we can see, two of the women have vacated their seats as one of the women stood up and pitched right after Riley and got a match. And then a first guy came up and pitched and matched with one of the girls. Now, as a 6'2" Chad stands up, after he and 9 other men already rejected her, Riley has it in her mind that this is her next shot, her next opportunity. And she, well, let's see what happens. Let's go, bro.
Hi, ladies. My name's Dakota. I'm 26 years old, 6'2", just so you guys know. I work as a corporate advisor for a corporate service company. I love sports. Playing basketball is probably my biggest hobby, and golf right now. It's back in season. I need a co-captain this summer because I have a boat and I like going boating all the time, so definitely looking for a co-captain there. And I'm super family oriented as well. Love spending.
Dakota, you had 4 women step forward. We want to get to know you better.
So yeah, you did, Dakota. You got 4 women. Of course, he knew to throw in that 6'2", and I think that went a long way towards the interest. Of course, women can have their preferences. We may see later in this video about the response to men's preferences because men can't have any. Now, here's what happened with Riley previously. We're going to show you how it started and how it ended so that you could understand. We got a little piece from Brett Cooper to explain what's going on as well, though.
Sweet girl Riley, she stands up, she introduces herself to these guys. The guys get to pick, if they want to stand up and introduce themselves to the girl. So if they like what they hear, that's the format of the show. If they like what they hear, they'll stand up and go, okay, well, I'll introduce myself and we can get to know each other. Nobody stood up. And I was watching again, it was like 10 p.m. and I was watching this reel on Instagram and I was like, no, like she seems so sweet. And I obviously.
Get started? Okay, the first woman who wants to introduce themselves, step forward.
Favorite things to plan, and I'm looking for someone that wants to be my adventure buddy, and it's someone that I can trust in and is going to be there for me. Aww. I wanted to go first.
Okay, if any gentleman would like to get to know Riley more, please step forward.
They're all fake, like, yeah, oh, Riley.
They're nervous. They're scared. They're so scared. Come on.
The women are trying to bait them into.
Okay, Riley, we're going to have you sit down, but thank you for introducing yourself.
So then in her interview, Riley talks about how it's frustrating that she doesn't ever get picked. But of course, she doesn't want to be a pick-me girl. She wanted to make sure you know that. She's no pick-me girl. Let's make sure that, she lets you know that men aren't worthy to be picking her, even though she's out here trying to get picked. And I also just want you to notice how her head is jutted forward right here. And then we're going to pick back up with the fella that she was, gave his pitch and how she and 4 other women stood up for her. Also, see how she stands and how her head is always jetted forward, along with how she talks and her whole disposition. And see if this doesn't have something to do with why she lacks the ability to gain interest from men.
I want to find a wife and
I am Alyssa. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Arizona. Just a little bit about me. I am super talkative and social. I love kayaking and like going for a little swig run. And I appreciate that you said how tall you are, because I am like almost 6 feet tall. So I love that you mentioned how tall you are.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm 20 years old. And I like that you said you like to travel, because I grew up in Germany, so I travel a lot. And yeah, I love to cook, and I'll definitely cook you dinner. So.
Hiking, all the things.
You guys all sound amazing. I would like to couple up with Alyssa.
Good job, good job, good job, good job.
Good, how are you?
So good.
Good, you're
So
gorgeous.
cute. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
I'm,
You
like,
are
nervous.
tall. You are
It's good.
Oh, Alyssa.
So let's review a couple things from this interaction. Oh man, it's not gonna let me. Okay, now see when she's getting up, how she looks around for permission really to even go and participate. But the fact that after she had already been rejected by all the men, she thought it was a good idea to get up for the 6'2" Chad. See, no matter where they rank, they think that they deserve the best of the best men. Just because, no matter what, because all the sister girls said, "Oh, awesome girl, no matter what, no matter how you presented yourself, you're awesome because you think so." All right, so that's one thing. Because all women are a 10, and because men are beneath women, the lowest ranking women still deserve the highest ranking guys. In this next segment, we're going to see the one man who got rejected by all the women who were left, and see how he reacts in juxtaposition to how Riley acted, and also how the men on his side act, as opposed to how the women try to almost like shame or bait the men into doing something, standing up for her when they weren't interested. Let's see that.
Hey, if you'd like to email Scott more, ladies, please step forward. Hey, Scott, want to have you sit down?
Did you see how she did this motion like he needs to go sit down? And then she did a little sassy bye bye, like bye bye sucker, you ain't get picked. You see why I didn't even watch this part, but that's even just more to the point of where I said in my previous video why I don't feel sorry for Riley. Well, I would have felt sorry for her, but seeing how she really is, and just on the pick me part of it, that whole mind frame that she presented, which basically she was saying that men aren't worthy to pick her in the first place. I already knew who she is just on that, and I didn't feel sorry for her. But she continues to show throughout this how she really is. And you see, the men didn't sit there and cape for him like the women did for her, nor did they try to shame the women into standing up for him like the women tried to do to the man. And you could see, even though she didn't get picked, she had to suffer the humiliation. She wanted to add fuel onto that and mocked him when he didn't get picked. Okay, we're going to go through Riley's other interactions of trying to get picked quickly and then come back with some final commentary to close this video out. Like, subscribe, and notification bell. If you haven't done that already, let me know what you guys think about what's happening here with Riley and why she isn't getting picked. See if your analysis matches my final analysis down in the comments.
Ladies, tell me, what is like one of the funnest things you did in like the past month or so?
Okay, I'm Riley. It's me again. Yesterday, me and my friends threw a party, and it was a witch party. And so we lit the whole apartment with candles. And then someone gave a presentation on different things, but one of them was like how to hex someone. And then someone did how to like avoid getting cursed by mythical creatures. And it was just really funny and really fun.
Make a decision now.
All right, I'm gonna go with Sheridan. Hollis, as you know, from Riverton, Utah. What's your favorite scripture?
It's in 2 Nephi 4. I don't know what verse it is, but it says, "My God has been my support. He has led me through my afflictions in the wilderness, and he has preserved me upon the waters of the deep."
Are you reading off something?
No, I haven't memorized.
I'm gonna couple with Jordan.
So first of all, even the show was mocking Riley when she's talking about her witch party. The show had the hat come down. She thinks she deserves somebody. They rejected her from the get-go, and she won't just accept the rejection and understand that no man is going to now pick you from this same group where they've all already rejected you. There's already social signaling with amongst one another that you ain't it, and nobody's going to play themselves by now picking you, especially since there's other choices. The fact that she doesn't get this again, this just goes to, well, one, she's just socially awkward and doesn't understand social cues. She's clearly an intelligent person, but she's not a socially very smart person, right? And then two, um, and the whole witch thing is another example of her just social cluelessness, which we'll come back to. But two, the fact that she has no understanding of men and doesn't want to understand men, as most modern women don't. That she can't clue in on the fact that after having collectively rejected you, nobody's going to now pick you and be like, oh, well, must have made a mistake earlier. I guess I really do want to go to any themed party. No, they don't. And then party this witchcraft. They're Mormons. They're supposedly like Christians. Call themselves Christians. They love Jesus, even though they go by the Book of Mormon. And that's where they're quoting all these scriptures from. They're from the Book of Mormon. Witchcraft should be incompatible with anything and anyone who purports to be a Christian denomination. It's witchcraft, and it is called out in the Bible explicitly multiple times as being a great evil. And she's happily talking about how she does theme parties, which she already told us was her favorite thing. And she does theme parties of witchcraft and does presentations on how to put hexes on people, which is basically bedeviling people. She's basically just saying she's locked arms with the devil, and then she expects people who are all about Jesus to pick her. Totally clueless. And these men were right not to pick her. Her red flags were obvious from the get-go. Everybody was able to spot them just by hearing her speak and what she spoke about and how she spoke. And she just proved it more and more throughout the show. In one sense, I would say I that she's courageous. It's like, hey, she's got no fear, but she has no fear because she has no sense. So she's really cringe. So, my title, Courageous or Cringe, it's more cringe than courageous, but it's some of both. I think she's courageous, but she basically doesn't have good sense to realize how poorly she's representing herself. Again, given that story about witchcraft, she thought that was a good idea. The lesson for tonight, men, is that women think that they can get men and deserve to get whatever man they want without knowing and understanding who men are. They believe that they can just show up with anything and that men should just long to be with them and be happy to get whatever woman they could possibly get with, and that women can come in any kind of way without knowing what men's wants and needs and desires are. So the lesson is, men, that ain't so, and that you should hold your standards. Hold your standards and get the women you want. If you can't get the women you want right now, then build yourself up to get there. But always hold your standards and don't let anyone, especially women, shame you out of your preferences. You deserve better than just whatever a woman wants to bring you. I'm your Bachi for Men's Mind State and Cultural Reviews. Like, subscribe, and notification bell, and hit one of these other videos as they come up Watch a couple of our videos, a couple, 3 videos in a row, as YouTube doesn't really surface notifications anymore. And this way, it'll get our videos into your algorithm. I'll catch you on the next one. Yobachi 2007. Peace.